Welcome to Thruxton, where we're here today for the Quick Fit Kids in Motorsport event. Let's go inside and see what's going on. Hello everyone, welcome to Thruxton and welcome to the Quick Fit Kids in Motorsport Day. My name is Izzy, I'm a TV presenter in motorsport, and I'm very excited to see all of your smiling faces this morning because you are going to have a very fun day, I can tell you that for sure. So it's really important that we bring the kids down to the racetrack to inspire them and to educate them about what it's really like to work in motorsport. In the morning, they'll be doing sim racing, they'll be racing remote control cars, they'll be learning how to do some interviews and presenting, and also they will be with the TOCA medical team learning some vital first aid and CPR skills. And then in the afternoon, they are going to be going out into the paddock and having some paddock tours, so they'll be up close and personal with Goodyear, the tyre manufacturer, as well as some of the race teams. And also the air ambulance is here too, and they will get the chance to go on the air ambulance simulator. So lots of activities for the kids to get stuck into, to peel back the curtain of what it's really like to work in motorsport.
We do a little bit of wound dressings. We got some wound dressings out. We're lucky, it's a really interesting job. I mean, I've been doing this for over 40 years now.
So one hand here, and get your other hand, and you're going to put it on top like that. So again, just slides up my arm, and then you're going to try and pull that round, and then Velcro. It's just Velcro, so you're good at that, and then it will stop the bleeding.
So hello, I'm Carl, I'm a paramedic with the TOCA Safety Team, and we're here today at Thruxton doing kids in motorsport. So we're teaching the children today around CPR, how they can help people before the ambulance crew arrive. We also talk to them about hemorrhage control, how we can control bleeding again before we arrive, what different things we can use, and the stuff that we use here at the racetrack to help people that are injured when we're at work. All the survivors I've had post-cardiac arrest have been due to people doing CPR before we arrive on scene. So I think it's imperative that we teach everybody, no matter how young or old they are, that how important CPR is. I think the most important message is just helping people, not walking past. Anything that you can do to help in any way before the ambulance crew arrives, and you can always end up saving somebody's life, which is ultimately what we're all here for, so it's really great. Seeing everything in the background that goes on, and without everyone else that's here, then the people driving the cars wouldn't be able to drive the cars around the track. So I think it's really important that people see the many aspects that we have to every motor racing weekend we attend.
I'm Lily. I'm Grace. We've just been learning about how to deal with medical emergencies and how to stop blood coming through, and also we learned how to apply bandages.
So my favourite part was probably when I got to put the bandage thingy on Lily. That was really fun.
And my favourite part was probably the part where we got to do some CPR. I was probably, when I saw the setup today, everyone was really excited about obviously the remote control cars, but I think I was quite excited about what we just done because it just looked very interesting.
Yeah, driven by us, we're proud to work with Kids in Motorsport. It's been a fantastic afternoon at Thruxton Circuit. It's been really engaging for the students. They've engaged really well with the workshop that we're running, in particular RC cars, where they get to adjust various parameters of the setup, see it in real life, in direct correlation to what they're doing physically with the RC cars here in the workshop. And it's really good to have the students engage, learn practical skills, become hands-on with what they'll be doing if they want to pursue a career in STEM. So when I was younger, I didn't really know what motorsport was. It was only up until my later years that I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to see a free motorsport event down at Brooklands in Surrey. And that would kind of open my eyes to the world of motorsport, that you could have jobs. So the fact that these children and students are seeing what's possible at such a young age is great. So the message we're trying to pass on to the young kids here today is just to enjoy motorsport and motorsport's for them. You have all walks of life in motorsport working as roles, whether you're a driver, an engineer, mechanic, working in logistics, working in hospitality. The roles vary and are far and wide, so it's a case of if you're interested in the industry, there are jobs here for you. Days like this will live long in the minds of the children.
On the first lap, just take it a bit slow and see what the car's doing and how the car reacts to what you're doing with your feet and your hands. Yeah, I'm Matthew Bunn. I work for Puresims, so the business that Ash Sutton, the British touring car driver, he operates the business. Simulators are really important for drivers for practicing tracks, cars, braking points before race weekends, or if they're practicing a new track or a new car. Today we're letting the children have a go on the sims and feel what it's like to drive a car. As I say, they're so realistic now that they can sort of feel everything except for the G-forces, basically. Everything else can be replicated on the hardware now. I think it's great to get the kids involved and enthusiastic in motorsport. I mean, I've been around motorsport for quite a number of years, and I think it's a great. Everyone in motorsport's friendly, and it's just such a good environment to be in, and there's so many opportunities out there for them. So I think events like today are important because it gets that fire lit in the belly for a young age, and shows them that there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of fun to be had in motorsport.
So we're going to be doing presenting and interviewing, so teaching you how to do some interviews. So we could say, we're here at Thruxton, we've just had the first race of the touring cars, and this driver standing next to me has just won the race.
Hi, my name is Dulcie and I am at Thruxton Circuit doing Kids in Motorsport with Kwik. So we learnt the people that have to do safety about when they're saving people. We learnt how to do CPR and to see if people are breathing. We learnt that before they do racing, they do a sim to practice. And so we did the sim, and then we drove mechanical cars and changed their tyres. And then we've just done our interviews with our friends. I think I've enjoyed the interviews most because I love interviewing people and answering questions. So she taught us that interviewers use it as a story, so there's a beginning, a middle and an end. And if you're doing the questions, then you need to make sure that they're clear and that you are sure on what you want to say.
On behalf of everyone at Lazy Racing with MB Motorsport, a massive welcome to what is our awning rather than our garage here at Thruxton. Anyone know why that car is number one? Because he's the best driver. Well done, we'll take that. It's because Jake Hill is the reigning champion. So you are going to look around not just any touring car, but the reigning champion British touring car, right? Look how much weight of the car is taken out. There's no passenger seat, all right? There's no cage in the back for the dog.
So now with the top lever in, you watch. Unfortunately, yes. So this is for the dry, for the slick, and when it rains, we need a pattern to get rid of the water. But they're completely different compound. We're trying to explain what we do, what we bring to the track, our experience, but also to engage them, to ask the questions as well and ask anything. I think it's really important that they, talk and ask you a question, get them involved. So I really enjoy it. It feels like for me I'm getting something back. I look after a lot of junior formulas and JSCC, Ford, Fiesta, all juniors. We're watching kids race from 14 up to 17. So I quite like that, the development and how they come through. But anything we can do in motorsport to help the next generation, I'm full for. when they're out with their mum and dads, they go to supermarkets or try, they never get this experience to come and see us what's happening in motorsport. And hopefully a lot of them come into motorsport because we desperately need the next generation from mechanics, from engineers, for tyre people to come into the industry.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
I'm Molly and I'm here for Kids in Motorsport at Thruxton Race Circuit. My favourite part of today was probably going into the pit lanes and seeing the cars and the booster seats and stuff. I learned that so they obviously have booster seats to sit on, and then the #1 car gets a golden number plate and they have a #1 on their car. I've learned a lot about the tyres, how they made them and stuff like that. I think also I learned quite a lot about the medical things, doing CPR and stuff on the dummies, and also the driving itself, because we did a simulator for it and it was quite realistic as well. Thanks so much for having me, Kids in Motorsport. I've had a really great day.
That's it from us at Kids in Motorsport. Have we had fun, guys? Yeah! Perfect.